Hey guys, it's Tech here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing an Astroneer video about the ultimate large rover setup. So what I mean by this is the best way to set up a large rover vehicle just so that when you're exploring planets, no matter what you run into, you can deal with it. Like, if you find a research item, research it. If you need to package something up, use a soil centrifuge. Or if you find like a ton of scrap it all up. So, here it is. It looks quite scary. You wouldn't want to see this charging towards you at night, but it's gonna take a lot of resources to set this up, so just quick disclaimer, this is a late game thing, so because you're gonna have to get like a good way to get RTGs, you're gonna need a good way to get steel for large storage silos, which we use 3 of those. You'll need to also unlock cranes and stuff, which requires silicone, which is annoying to get early on, and the thing that's probably going to be the most difficult to get out of this is the portable smelting furnaces. But you're only going to need 4 of those, and if you want, put a comment in the comments if you want to see a video or a short about how to get portable smelting furnaces easily. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so for the very front of it, you're going to need to the items that will be on the front will be a drill strength 3, a paver, a medium storage with 2 floodlights on it. The floodlights are optional, same with the 2 slots below the floodlights. Pretty much if you ever see empty slots other than on the storage, because obviously there won't be tons of stuff on the storage at this point, you can just put anything you want into those. On the back of the medium storage, portable smelting furnaces, this is an extremely important thing. These have to be turned off when you are going around collecting resources, because otherwise, if you're trying to collect something like quartz, that's useful in both unrefined and refined. It has unrefined and refined purposes. So you might not want these to be on, so all of that quartz you were gathering to, I don't know, make tons of beacons. Can't think of anything else that you use normal quartz for, but there is stuff. You don't want all of that getting smelted in these portable smelters. You really don't. So just keep them off, and the way to know is if the grey bars around the side are spinning, that's on. So if they're all still, you're good. Next up, just behind all of that, oh yeah, final thing on the front, you're going to want a small rover seat, otherwise you won't have enough room for the medium storage. Also, all of the extra slots, you probably do want to fill those in, even if there is for nothing important. Just like, if you don't have like an portable oxygenator yet, why do you not? You might want to maybe carry tethers on some of those slots, but for the best performance, you probably want those filled in. Anyway, onto the back of the first rover, the crane, it has 2 slots that you can put whatever there. It can just be customized, like just anything random, or it could have a function, like a couple of QT RTGs for extra power, but you will see why you don't need any more. A drill strength 3 on the head of the crane. You're probably wondering, like, isn't the crane really useless? Why are you having that on this? It's actually quite useful, because when you're in caves, there's got all of the resources like above you or around to the side, and it's quite difficult to navigate this rover around a massive deposit. So the crane is useful if you just like get into it. It's a bit weird on the surface because it goes to where you're facing, and it can't go up when there's nothing there. So it's quite useful just to gather some materials, as I'm showing you on the screen right now. Anyway, that is everything for the first carriage. On to the next. The next carriage we go. On this one is probably the most like filled in one. This is the storage, soil centrifuge, and soil storage. Another little disclaimer for this one: this rover is by no means useful for when you're trying to gather soil to power soil-powered machines. So, yeah, those soil canisters are only for the use of the soil centrifuge and the paver. You might want to also use those to refill, like, your soil canisters in your backpack or something. Anyway, soil centrifuge at the very front, and on the back, you're going to want to have a storage silo B, a large storage silo B, and a total of 10 medium storage silos. So that's a lot of storage. I'm not going to do the math just right yet, but in editing I'll pop a number up on the screen right now. Anyway, that's everything for the second carriage. On to the next. Alright, on to the next one we go. So, the second one is the research and power. On this one, this is probably one of the simpler ones. All you're going to have is a large storage silo B, or I have made a little error with building this, but it's not a big one. Instead of using a storage silo B for this one, just use an A, because these top 4 RTGs are not required for this. The only way, like, with everything running on this, like, all 4 carriages going, like, all 4, like, what do you call these? All 4 of the large rover bits running, the research chamber going, the soil centrifuge going, the crane going, and the extra large shredder, which is only possible on multiplayer, that's still enough. So just ignore that, pretend it's a large storage silo A, and all you're going to need is the 8 RTGs. And on the back of that carriage, a research chamber. Probably one of the simpler ones, but you will want a research chamber, or if you don't need all of this storage in the second one, you can maybe remove some of those and replace this large storage silo A, with another research chamber. Or just get rid of everything else on this and just get research chambers, but that's not the point of this video. This is meant to be the most space efficient way of having a mini base, pretty much, and prepared for any scenario that you run into on a planet's surface. Anyway, I'm not repeating that again. Wait, I just did. Anyway, on to the next carriage. Alrighty, the final carriage. This one, I lied, this is probably the simplest one, as it's just a extra large shredder on the carriage, and then at the very, very, very back, a large storage silo B with a ton of canisters on it. Now, there are a little bit of adjustability here, as you probably won't need all of this canister unless you're building, like, a massive scrap farm and you're not allowing yourself to, like, do the way of, like, making, like, trading for solid fuel jump jets with, like, Astroneer and stuff. You don't want to make farms and stuff, so you just go around planet surfaces doing, like, a clear up thing. Who cares about the environment anyway? So, yeah, you can probably just replace the large storage silo B with, like, a large storage. Let me see, let me put one of them up. Let's see, where is it? These things. You can probably just replace it with one of these with the canisters on them, but if you are trying to get tons of scrap, or just have a massive collection of scrap on the back, go for it. That's probably the most adjustable part of this. But just remember, with this whole design here, most of it's adjustable. Like, if you never find yourself needing all of this storage, you can maybe replace some of it with, like, more soil canisters if you need more soil for your machines and like this design, or you don't want crane on the back and instead you put, like, another research station, or you don't need this entire last bit here, and then you can just unplug that because it makes it more maneuverable without it. But yeah, this whole thing is really just adjustable up to your preferences, but this is my personal preference for a rover, a large rover, that I would use in my own save files. In fact, I'm actually trying to work towards that on my main save file at the moment. Anyway, it's been a blast recording this, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode. See ya!